Alright guys, Tesla Core here, and this is Tyler. And I was not planning on making this video. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Friday the 13th, the game. And I'm going to give a little backstory about the game before I bring up any kind of facts or any kind of opinion about the game. Friday the 13th, the game, is an upcoming survival horror game that is being developed by Gun Media, 111 Phonic, and Crystal Lake Entertainment. It is based on the ultra popular movie series and will actually take place at one of the most iconic spots in horror movie history. I know I can't really say that word that good, but the game is largely crowdfunded through Kickstarter as well as a couple of other venues. And has been the case with other Kickstarter funded games. There were a number of tiers that was meant to unlock as long as they progressed through the amount of money they got, which would have added different features depending on the money that they raised. I'm not sure what that number was, but from what I heard, it was a pretty big amount. And I got a couple of facts or just some interesting things about the game. And like I said, the game was crowdfunded, but it was crowdfunded under a different name. And that name, let me see if I can find it. The game was originally going to be called Summer Camp and shared a lot of stylistic similarities with teen slasher films. Impressed by earlier concepts, they saw that the owners of Friday the 13th rights approached the developers with the idea of producing a tie-in game. So the people who made the movie, Crystal Lake Entertainment, I'm guessing that's what the company's called, approached the people who were making the Summer Camp game and was like, hey, let's collaborate and make a Friday the 13th game since you're already making a game that's kind of similar to the movie. So they went ahead and did that, and here's a Friday the 13th game. Another fact is it takes place at the infamous Crystal Lake, which, I mean, everybody could have guessed that. You know, it wouldn't be a proper Friday the 13th, any kind of game, movie, without returning to Jason's original teen hunting ground, Camp Crystal Lake, but this time you'll be actively exploring the iconic movie location ranging from dusk-lit waterfronts and its creaky staff cabins. It's an asymmetrical 1v7 multiplayer game, and if you're not familiar with that, it means that they have confirmed that there will be a single-player component to the game primarily, but the primary focus of it is its multiplayer mode, obviously. At the beginning of each round, a player will spawn in a random location. The camp counselors must survive long enough to escape, while Jason's goal is, well, to kill everybody. And yes, you can play as Jason, which is obvious. And yes, he's pretty much invincible. I don't think you can kill him. Let me read this. If you're playing as a counselor, you had better be scared. The one player lucky enough to control Jason will be a near unstoppable force fueled by a single-minded murderous urge. That's a pretty crazy description. The next one is it features some serious brutal execution moves, and from what I've seen of some of the motion capture where they were showing a lot of the executions and stuff, it is looking pretty brutal. I don't think it's near as brutal as Mortal Kombat. Like this new Mortal Kombat, that was a pretty brutal game. But this one, I mean, it's up there. It's pretty brutal. And I thought this was really, really awesome. They're bringing some of the original actors from the movies, the Friday the 13th movies, the Jason movies. And I think the person who originally played Jason in the movie is playing Jason in the game. Let me see. Yes, one of the people who played Jason in one of the movies. I'm not sure if he played him in all the movies. Hodder, I don't know the first name, but he is playing Jason in this game. Also, it seems like there might be a VR version of the game coming out, which would be crazy. How crazy would that be, running around as a camp counselor trying to run from Jason in VR? Crazy. And the game is set to release in fall of 2016. It's set to release around October, I think. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to playing with a couple of friends. It's going to be a great time. And I guess that's all the information I have about the game. If you want some more information about it, like, comment, tell me something I might have missed, and that's it. Thanks.